A light rainfall skirted Polyfly Road on this early fall evening. It was 50 degrees, Thursday, November 6, 2003, when Rhema Worship Center celebrated its first service at the Hilton Hotel in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. What began with 5 faithful people in 2003 has transcended into a ministry of global proportions 10 years later. God, the Master Chef, takes his time to ensure that every ingredient is in place, and in so doing, had Rhema Worship Center incubate at the Hilton for 2 years before opening the doors of 156 Passaic Street in Hackensack, New Jersey. It was the most unlikely place, a former fitness center that became a popular strip club. But God gave Pastor Eric the vision to transform this den of iniquity into God's holy ground. And it was here at 156 Passaic Street that Rhema Worship Center grew into an international ministry that purposed to touch the world one step at a time. Except one Sunday during worship and praise, our ministry doors were slammed shut. 5 orange stickers citing "Vacate the premises" sanctioned our doors closed. It was during this time Rhema Worship Center sojourned through the wilderness, making stops at the Holiday Inn in Hasbrook Heights, the American Legion in Teaneck, the Holiday Inn in Saddlebrook, and right back to the parking lot at 156 Passaic Street. It was 6 months before we could turn it around, trusting and believing in the very favor of God. Those were the months that the 23rd Psalm proclaims, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me." Then the ministry saw the table prepared before our enemies as the doors were once again open, and the Word of God filled this place with goodness and mercy following us all the days of our lives. With a renewed vitality, fortitude, determination, power, the ministry forged ahead, stronger, better, wiser, and pregnant with destiny. Now is when the powerful women's ministry divas, daughters of integrity, victorious, and anointed for service, was birthed by its visionary, Pastor Holly Brewer. Divas made an indelible mark not only on the city of Hackensack, but throughout Bergen County, the tri-state region, and around the world. Ministry gifts from all statures came to this house to worship our God and encourage God's people. Then there was our youth. Rhema Worship Center International began to see young people thirsting for a now word of God as the ministry celebrated numerous youth and family conferences, especially the infamous Thai Tribute worship concert at the Hackensack High School football field that attracted more than 3,000 youth and their families. God, in his unfailing love, turned around the hearts of the school administrators to allow this move of God to forever change lives. Rhema Worship Center International opened its doors to help feed the hungry with food donations to those who came through our doors. But it didn't stop there. The newly developed Mercy Ministry took to feeding the homeless quarterly at the Bergen County Health and Human Services Shelter. Rhema families donated their favorite home-cooked meals and served to those in need of a hot meal with the love of Jesus. That is the love for all humankind. But God was simply preparing us for the unexpected. Hurricane Sandy, the weather phenomena that rocked the entire East Coast,
A natural disaster of extraordinary force strikes the northeast coast of the United States.
Don't mess with Mother Nature.
Never seen anything like this.
What's going on? I don't know what's going on. It's a hurricane.
You would never think this was happening in New York.
50 homes already have burned to the ground.
This is unbelievable, man.
I've never witnessed anything like this.
Oh my God!
Unbelievable. I'm sorry.
But in the midst of this tragedy, God chose Rhema Worship Center International to head Operation Rescue through Pastor Eric Brewer's leadership and collaboration with the National Red Cross. People are hungry and need clothing. Pastor Brewer's words echoed in our ear gates. We have to do something. Now, my faith is out there, and I'm believing God for tractor trailers full of rescue supplies, food, and clothing. Sure enough. I said, sure enough. God heard and answered our prayers to help hundreds of families in our communities. And they came. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian. And they stood in lines that winded around the parking lot, and they left with bags full of supplies, with smiles on their faces and hope in their hearts from prayers that were spoken, and especially from prayers that were already being answered. And then Pastor Eric collaborated with the Bergen County Sheriff's Department with a gun buyback program. Literally hundreds of guns were collected to help make all of our communities safer. So today, as we celebrate 10 years, we know that the years ahead for Rhema Worship Center International will be filled with great exploits of faith that will supersede all that we have done in the past. We truly have come to expect the unexpected. Rhema family, partners, and friends, join us as we are fulfilling destiny and leaving a legacy and inheritance of uncommon favor. Get ready, for our latter shall be great.